you, so we'll start with you. What do you see as the most pressing needs for infrastructure or capital projects that currently exist within Washington County?
Well, first of all, what I see is safety of the community. First of all, our courthouses, they're really insecure right now. Our circuit court, the courthouse, you have so many entrances there that people can come in, so I think it's unsafe. You know, we have a bailiff, he carries a weapon. Our detector that you walk through up there is not really going to tell you anybody's got a gun or anything on them. But I think the safety of our courthouse and of our public, the safety of our public is very important right now, because our systems that we haven't really put anything in place for years. So, you know, we've had a bailiff, our Superior Court don't have anything. You know, we have one of those officers in there for taking inmates over and stuff. But I think we need some big changes there and need to bring them up to date.
I think probably part of most of our capital improvement right now consists of maintenance. I think our roadways are probably the biggest concern now in the Commissioner's mind as far as taking care of what we already have in place year after year, and this has been a discussion for a long time. We've fallen farther and farther behind on our roads. I think we have to make sure that our road money that is allocated for roads stays and goes towards roads and not other places to spend it or not other improvements. We all know that's a huge factor. Something else is the courthouse, but not only the safety with the courthouse, there's other issues as well. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on a new roof, and we've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on having the masonry maintained and improved. And I believe we still have some issues there that need to be dealt with as far as the courthouse goes. I've been in some of the offices. There's still some issues with leakage, some jobs that haven't been done up to spec, and I think we need to make sure that we hold those that have done those jobs and been paid for those jobs, have done those jobs adequately, or held responsible for the work they've done.
No. Well, Mr. Day, since you have the microphone, what reforms do you see are necessary both at a local county basis and that you would lobby or work towards at a state level to obtain additional funds for highways and road improvements at a county level?
Well, I think, and I'm involved in local government through the city right now, but I do believe that the state overlooks not only city government, but county government as well. I think the state is withholding a lot of funds. We all, and everyone in here pays a lot of property taxes, and we send a lot of money up to Indianapolis, but oftentimes they forget that there's anything south of 40 in the state of Indiana. I think one thing we need to make sure we do is we stay in touch with those folks that are representative of our districts and our areas, and when they go up to Indianapolis with a voice for us, that they understand our needs, and they understand, you know, they're not working for Indianapolis, they're working for the areas down here, and we need to make sure that those funds that we send to Indianapolis do come back down or allocated for the operations of and the needs of the people in our area down here.
I'll agree with Tom. We need to get with the people in Indianapolis to make sure that our funds do come back, because that's what we've set them up there for, to take care of our district. A lot of times it's not happening, so we need to get a hold of them to take care of it and help us out.
Mr. Shell, I ask you this question. What additional activities or resources can Washington County provide to prospective employers or industries to assist them to come to Washington County for job growth purposes?
Well, we can adjust our taxes and stuff and help them out if they want to add on new employees or make their business grow, get bigger. We can help them out with the taxes and stuff, and over however many years we need to. That would be the biggest thing, is helping them out so that they can afford to come here and get jobs going and help us out.
I'll relate this question most to economic growth. Economic growth is several points involved with it. First off, I believe economic growth starts at home. I believe you grow the businesses we already have in place. Everyone refers to economic growth and job growth as bringing something new in. I believe we need to make sure that we take care of our businesses that are established here in the county, that have a future here in the county and already showed the dedication to the county. Beyond that, I will say that I I am not a fan of building a spec building for someone to come into. We already have several acres in place that if we need to use that as a draw, and we have the possibility. I'm not a fan of building a spec building for any business coming in. Like I said, I do believe that, getting people, going ahead and giving the tax abatements to the businesses that are here, helping them to grow, helping them to add jobs is just as important, if not more, than trying to bring in new industry. The odds of us going out and landing a Honda plant such as Greensburg, Indiana is 1 in a million. I think that we need to concentrate on adding what jobs we can in place here and making it as appealing as we can to those people.
All right. Mr. Day, I'll ask you, we'll turn it over to you and ask this question. Insurance and compensation for our employees, Washington County employees, every year with the budget becomes a difficult position for the county council to address. We want to keep our employees, we want to honor our employees, but it seems like money becomes tighter and tighter. Particularly with the insurance, what are your thoughts on how to provide employee insurance and what the county can give to employees without putting a tremendous strain upon the general fund budget?
Well, I think the county is actually already headed in the right direction as far as this goes. I believe at one point in time the county was allocating $1.2 million towards health care. What they're discussing now is $405 per employee per month, and I think they're basing that off 150 employees. It comes up somewhere around $730,000. I think they've already made huge strides in trying to reduce the budget for that. Last year it was what I would consider a bad situation when they actually cut complete insurance for the county. Even though they gave $5,000 per employee, I don't believe for most people that was enough to go out and replace their insurance. I've said it before, we're not talking about $100,000 a year jobs, we're not talking about $50,000 a year jobs. Most of these jobs we're talking around $30,000, give or take a little below. And, benefits is a huge part of jobs when you're talking about that type of salary. I think the county needs to do everything they can to cut in other areas to ensure that they can offer benefits to their county employees.
Well, first of all, our county budget has already went in to the state. So if the state comes back and they're going to say, you're going to cut the budget $500,000, what do you think the first thing's going to happen? County benefits for the employees. But that doesn't always make it right. But this is where the employees take the brunt of the blow. It does happen there. That's the first thing they do away with. So, I think that we just need to continue to try to take care of our employees. But like I said, sometimes we can't.
Mr. Day, any rebuttal? Question from the audience in terms of road maintenance and our infrastructure on the roads. What do you see as the priority of maintaining or improving our current road system? Should the priority be something along the lines of chip and seal, or should we continue to work on the major roads to keep those properly paved and let other roads with less traffic deteriorate, or should we try to continue to do a patching job throughout many different sections of the county?
Well, the patching job is, it won't last forever. You can put it in there and it'll last for a while. But you're supposed to do, I think we're supposed to do around 30 miles per year. That's what we're kind of set up to do. Well, if you do 13 mile a year, our other roads are just going downhill all the time. We're not getting anything there done. So I guess the only thing we could probably do is we would need to, in the 3 districts, the only thing that we could do is the commissioners come together and prioritize, let each commissioner in the district go out and see what their district really needs and take care of those areas that are the worst.
I think we've seen several different things tried in this area. We've seen them oil roads. We've seen them try micro paving here some years back. I think we're seeing results of that right now. It's not as successful as some might have thought. I think the first goal you need to have on this is setting up a plan, setting up record keeping. When roads were paved, how much money's been spent in this area, how much in others. You have to look at road travel, the usage of the roads. The county's put in place a new oiling system that they're doing. The state's done it for years. If you've ever noticed, it looks like somebody just spread oil randomly over a highway. The county's doing some of this now. This is a preventative measure. Some roads are too far gone to do this, but other roads who have maybe been paved 5, 10, maybe 12 years that are having some cracking issues, you seal this and it may prolong that road another 4, 5, 6 years before it has to be paved. It's a great maintenance tool, but I think the main thing is keeping records, going out and grading the roads, seeing what's traveled the highest, see what's the worst condition, and just spending your money as wisely as you can and just trying to do the best job you can with the dollars that you have.
Mr. Day, please tell the audience what you believe are your best qualities to be serving as a county commissioner.
Most of you know me, and I'm real well-rounded. I've been in several different areas. I deal with budgets. I deal with policy and procedure every day. I set policy in my department, which I'm head of with the city, the fire department. I'm also involved in budget development. I'm involved in budget implementation. Every year I've been in there, I've turned money back in my budget. I don't believe that money, just because it's there, it needs to be spent, and that's what you're supposed to go by. I believe in conservative spending. As I said before, I've turned money back in every year. I will continue to be a conservative in the commissioner's office. Like I said, you can go talk to the guys I work for. I believe they all say I'm a very fair man. I also believe that I'm not a person who has all the answers, but I guarantee you that if I don't know the answer, I'll seek someone out who I believe does. I believe I will do a good job as county commissioner. I care very dearly about the county and the people in the county, and I will do the very best job I can to help the county out.
I've been a public servant for Washington County around 28 years. It's kind of my reserve time, and it's kind of my full-time position. Another thing is I was a negotiator and a problem solver at Kimball Office Furniture for 29 years. So I know how to solve problems. I know how to negotiate. And I think I would be a good negotiator. Also, I just think my overall leadership as supervisors and just dealing with the public. I'm a public person, I'm a people person, and I just think that that's my qualities that will make me a good commissioner to work with everybody.
If I'll let you answer the question first when you started, so our time's up. If you'll let Mr. Day give his closing statement first, and the rest will be yours. Thank you.
Sure, again, of course, as the name tag says, I'm Tom Day. I do appreciate everyone coming out tonight. I believe one of the most important rights we have in this country is the right to vote. I believe when you come out and you participate and you watch things like that, you vote informed. That's the most important thing. You need to get out, you see the issues, and for those people who don't make it out tonight, go out and talk to people. Make sure that they're informed when they go to that polling place and whenever they cast that ballot. I chose to stay here, live my life in this county, raise a family, raise my kids here, and work here. I care very deeply about Washington County, and again, I do believe I'm the best candidate for county commissioner.
I'm not going to say I'm the best candidate, but I would like everybody's vote on November the 4th. But I will make you a good county commissioner. Like I said, I'm a negotiator, good problem solver. I'm a good family man. I have good Christian values. And I would really like to have your vote on November 4th.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your candidates.